Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Welcome to the Show. You guys are doing well, you guys are either having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it, however you want to call it. My apologies. Today is the 13th September, and here's my review of the show Terminator on Netflix, the anime. I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it episode per episode, right? But the reality is, I realized. Sorry, I'm playing the tower. Favorite game ever. I'm realizing that the game in itself is only like how can I put this into word? It's the series itself. It's only 8 episodes. There might be another season, but for now it's another 8 episodes. It's not like something like Attack on Titan where there's 24 episodes and I have to do 24 reviews. It's only 8. So Terminator, I want to call it an anime. It might be an isekai. I don't know. And I fucking love it. We have the classic scenario where we have a person, Terminator from the future, and a person from the future that go back to the past. This is the Terminator. Right? Instead of following Sarah Connor, we're following the creator of Skynet. Right? He has 3 kids. Which is kind of weird because the main I don't know. It's complicated. It's a very complicated series. It was really good. I had a good time, but there's a lot of flaws, and we're gonna talk about it. To me, the main character was almost the person from the future, but it could have been the father, which is the inventor of Skynet, which is the person they're trying to protect. Could have been the 3 kids, because the 3 kids. So, long story short, we're trying to protect the inventor of Skynet to convince him not to put online Skynet, because we know that Skynet was made, but the fact that it was put online was the reason why the world was destroyed, right? But also he has 3 kids. I think 2 dudes and 1 girl, and a maid. But it's kind of complicated. The good thing is, not a sponsor. The good thing is, again, in my opinion, and only in my opinion, the main character is the female protagonist, which is the person from the future. Why? She's a badass. She knows her stuff. She knows how to fight, right? The Terminator in this one is a bit more interesting, and I want to talk about the Terminator, the old movie. They took Arnold Schwarzenegger because they wanted to do somebody that sounded like a robot. Arnold had a very poor master of the English language, so the fact that he has this almost discourse talk was somewhat robotic, which was perfect for this role. Um, so the fact that we have this character that's fully fluid, and the Terminator is kind of really fucking cool. The pros are that the pros is the father. The father is like he's constantly obsessed with work. So the kids are the kids, they try to get his attention, which pushes one kid to be super kind, pushes one girl to miss her mom, pushes the other kid to be a functioning. So you see 3 personality, and has a 3 way to deal with an absent father and a dead mother. There's also a nanny, which is called Kimiko. You can tell she's a bit weird, but you don't know why. So you got a classic, the girl from the future. She comes, she's like, hey, I'll take care of you. And then the 3 kids are like, okay, well, I trust you. And she ended up protecting the little girl a bit more because the 2 kids are with the nanny. um, Terminator. It's so complicated. It's so complicated. So instead of having one, which is Skynet, we have Skynet and Kotaru. Kotaru being one entity, right? And you're not sure who it is. You don't know what it is, but you know it's not Skynet. It's a different entity. And then the person from the future says, "Oh, Kotaru and Skynet are gonna be at war. Even if there's only one of them, there's doom. But if there's 2 of them, there's war. So they're trying to stop both." You spend the whole time thinking about Kotaru is the bad guy, Skynet is the bad guy. In this one, Skynet doesn't have a personality. Kotaru has one, and he explain why. The season is very very complicated. Because Skynet goes online. There's already robots that are created. They're very basic, and the greatest thing about those robots is there's multiple time in the show where it's proven that if you don't strike, if you don't attack, if you're not violent, they won't attack you. So they're just being there, you know. Then we find the resistance. We figured out that Nani is a robot. You're like, why is she a robot? And at first, is a really cool plot. The really cool plot is like, hey, she might have been a robot that was a first model for Terminator, right? Which is nice. Now the flaws. This is where the story, to me, lost all its charm. You realize that she's a robot. You realize that her and the doctor are from the future. So they're from the future and they're trying to stop Skynet. We realize that it's a fucking mess. Okay, so let's put it like that. Let's put it the easiest way possible. Let's look at the original work. John Connor in the second movie, and the third movie also brings a Terminator on Earth to the past. And you're like, Terminator versus Terminator. And then you realize that John Connor, which is the hero of the franchise, was able to make it friendly. We're exploring those in the anime. So the main scientist, he finds a chip of a Terminator. He kills the Terminator, he finds her chips. And then because he finds her chips, he's able to do a one. He realizes the Terminator is very smart. It's an AI. He's like, yo, they're not bad. It's just been programmed bad, right? So, he has a mind to save them, to really push them. But you can control life, you can control nature. So then we're going to the past. He's trying to fix the things. The thing that I don't like about the main character, the main scientist, was he came back to the past and he was trying to. Oh my god, I forgot. The Terminator that he did that was friendly was actually a maid, so she's the Terminator too. So he went back to the past to stop the machine, to stop the Skynet from being launched. But instead of stopping the Skynet from being launched, he's actually trying to fix it. Which is why he's so busy, because he knows that the date of the apocalypse, he doesn't have a choice. The complicated thing is usually Terminator is very simple, very simple. There's a program that goes in, and you're in a position where it's like, okay, well, this program's gonna come in, we have to stop it. So there's a future, we're trying to stop Skynet, and the first one is trying to save the Protector, right? And the second one is there's a Terminator trying to stop him. So there's a positive and negative force that come from the future and trying to help change the past, which is the present, in a positive or negative fashion. Terminator, negative. Guy from the future, girl from the future, positive. In this one, we have these two people coming from the future. Then you realize the Terminator actually isn't bad. The Terminator came from one of the sons of the scientist. He's like, dude, you're the person that's gonna lead human to have a working relationship with the robots. So the show is good in itself. The show is really good. It's well put. It's well designed. And the ship is good, but it's a lot. It's so fucking complicated. So just the fact that you have so many people from the future, you have two entities that you're trying to fight. Which one is the good one? Which one is the bad one? Are they both bad? Are they both good? The fact that Terminator is helping a faction, and then you realize at the end there's 5 factions. You're like, what the fuck? Sorry. And there's a drink. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Anywho, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.